Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother in the struggle, coming right back at you. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'm going to come at you and give it to you straight from the hip. Humanity is at the 2-minute warning to destruction. Okay? 2-minute warning to destruction. Okay? But not the destruction that you have in mind, that man will destroy himself with nuclear and atomic weapons. No. No. That's not going to be the case. Because the destruction that I'm talking about is coming straight from the Creator. He's going to clean house very soon. And while this war, because I really feel for the Ukrainian people, but you know what? Because at the end of the day, we are all humans. But check this. I want you to understand once again the nature of this war. Why is it happening? I want you to understand that. Okay? Here we go. First of all, the CIA, Joe Dementia Biden, they knew this was coming. They knew this was coming. Just like 9/11. Because 9/11 was being planned all along. And of course, you always have to find a scapegoat, a fall guy. And this time, for 9/11, it was what? Osama bin Laden. But lest we forget, Osama bin Laden was a CIA agent that went up against who? The Soviets when they went to Afghanistan. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, we are living in the Gentiles' times. We are living under the Edomite system, whose days are numbered, and they know it. Okay? The powers that be came from Esau himself. So that goes to show you that the human family is a human family. We all came out of the same hole. Because the father of the Israelite was a twin brother with Esau. I read that to you so many times. The story of Rebecca in Genesis 25. So I'm not going to go there. Instead, I'm going to start reading to you from Genesis 27, verse 38. Because I want you to understand why, since you now know, because before there were people like us and in this present world, we had to come out of somewhere. We didn't all just drop on earth. As the Chinese people would say, we came from the dragon brought us here to earth. I mean, it's so twisted, ladies and gentlemen. It's so sad that we don't even know the history. And we believe things without actually doing our research on it and proving it. We just believe it because that's what people believe. Or that's what my mother taught me. My mother taught me there was a Santa Claus, so I believe in Santa Claus. Really? I celebrate Christmas because everybody used to celebrate Christmas in my house. I celebrate New Year's Eve because yeah, I heard that you know, New Year's Eve is the worshiping of a god, Janus, but but it's but it's okay. I still say Happy New Year. You understand? That's the mindset that we live in. A young man wakes up. He goes to school. Or he wants to be part of a swimmer, a basketball player, whatever. But one day he wakes up and he said, well, I feel like a girl. I'm a girl today. You understand? That's the freaking world that we live under. Today I feel like a girl, so I gotta be accepted. You understand? We're ridiculous beyond measurement. Okay? So here we go. The skirmish that's going on, this war, this unnecessary war that is going on in Ukraine, is just fighting amongst brothers. That's what brothers do. Didn't Cain kill his brother? Remember Cain? Cain killed his brother Abel. That's what happens when we sinned, when we went up against our Creator. See? You understand? So what's happening in Ukraine is not nuclear war. Oh, nuclear war. We're just going to stop. No. Let us go to Matthew 24. Where's your faith? Oh, I don't have any faith, Mr. Rubin. Well, that's your problem. Oh, I don't believe in Christ. That's your problem. I don't believe in God. That's your biggest problem. Okay. Let us go to Matthew 24. And let us start from reading from verse 3. Okay? And I want you to understand, appreciate what I'm reading here. Check this. Chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? 4. And Christ answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. You understand why? Because everything is a lie. You live in a world full of lies. This is, everywhere you turn, it's a freaking lie. Please. Anything that comes from man is a lie. And then he keeps going. 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. No wonder people believe that Christ was just another regular prophet. No wonder people there are so many concepts of Christ in many different religions, which actually they all came out of the first beast, the Roman Catholic Church, which came out of the Roman Empire. The same empire that killed and sacrificed our Savior and Redeemer, Christ, Yahushua. 6. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So, hey, keep a cool head. Keep calm. Have faith in your God, for goodness, for once in your life. You think that the Creator is going to allow that man destroy himself? of the face of this earth. And I know that there are some out there that says, Ruben, if a nuclear war breaks out, not all humanity, there are 7 billion human beings upon this earth. So we're not all going to be destroyed, or no? You want to bet? I'm not a betting man, but do you want to bet? And do you want to find out? I don't think so. Because even if there was life left, it wouldn't last long anyway. The 2 blasts in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, there were people that actually lived 2-3 weeks, even a year after they were exposed to radiation. But guess what? They died from it. And what we have today is so much lethal, you cannot even begin to imagine. Okay? Russia can release 300 nuclear heads to the United States, and the United States will cease to exist in a matter of minutes. So, our Creator is not going to allow the humanity to destroy itself, even though we have always been on the path of suicide and self-destruction, with all the wars, all the creating of diseases like AIDS, cancer, abortion, the destruction of the family. Because once a society destroys the family, which is the fabric of every society, of any society, then there's no society. When you go against nature by feeling like a girl one day or being a homosexual, then 2 men cannot procreate life. Who can deny this? Can you prove to me that a man can have baby? No. So where do babies come from? Okay? Where do babies come from? From 2 men? From 2 lesbians? Okay. You want to believe that? Okay. But we are not the truth. We are not the reality. So, once again, I'm not going to let this go. I'm going to show you once again, prove to you who are the Edomites, who the Edomites are. We live under the Edomite system. They all came from Edom, Jacob's brother, twin brother, the one who sold his birthright. Okay? And these people love wars. The Vikings came from the Edomite system. Harold came out of the Edomites. He's a descendant of the Edomites, and he was in the Roman Empire. And where did all the European nations came out of? Out of the Roman Empire. And I'm going to prove it to you. But first, let us read verse 38. Genesis chapter 28, starting on verse 38. I know you're probably getting tired of this, but I just want you to understand why Russia invaded Ukraine. First, in order for you to understand that, you got to understand its behavior. You understand? Okay? NATO and the United States have become a feminine organization. The United States is a corporation, believe it or not. Okay? No administration has had more transgenders and more homosexual. In fact, the Secretary of Transportation, what's his name? Buttigieg. He is a homosexual. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States, which is the second beast, owes it big time to the Creator. And He's going to come to clean house. Believe it or not. Here we go. Chapter 27, verse 38. Esau, the father of the Edomites. Keep that in your head. Esau said to his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, oh my father. And Esau lifted his voice and wept. 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. 40. Check this. 40. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the Bible telling us here? First of all, it's telling us that the Edomites, just like the Vikings, just like Herod, remember what Herod decided? That any baby that is born under 2 years old shall be killed. They love killing. They love child sacrifices. They drink children's blood. Believe it or not. That's what the elite, people call them the elite. I call them what they are. The devil's disciples. So his father is telling him, there's going to come a time when you're going to have all the power, and boy, do they have it today. And they have us what? Bringing drugs into our community, into our places, so that we kill each other. From Mexico to Colombia, to Chicago, to St. Louis, to the continent of Africa, we are killing each other. And who's doing this? The CIA. But you don't see it. You don't hear it in the news, for the news is controlled by them. There's no need for the existence of the FBI or the CIA. But the powers that be, the Freemasons who control this nation, not this nation, this corporation called America, they put him in place to serve a purpose. And that is to bring the destruction and to be a witness into the destruction of the United States. You talk about secret society? Yeah, Secret Service. What is the Secret Service? What is the CIA? What is the CIA main objective? To destabilize countries and to kill people. They're mercenaries. Remember that. This is not just in movies. I used to be in the military. I used to be in the United States Marines. And remember, you go to school there. They show you they show you movies, and you study. I mean, I was not deep into that, but there was a lot of study that I did. Believe me. America is a corporation, and they know it. And they want to live to the fullest. And they, like vampires, want to suck all the blood out of America. So he's in power now. The Edomites, the Gentile system is in power. And our people are suffering right now. and I make a call to my people, to God's people. Go back to your Creator. I did. I used to be a drug dealer. I did time in jail. I almost got killed so many times. And now I work for the government. Who does that? My Creator. Okay, so 41, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessings wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then I will slay my brother Jacob. You understand? There's been an eternal resentment from Esau to his brother, from the descendants of Jacob. In fact, let us go to Psalm 83. Psalm 83. Look at this. Look to what point Esau hated his brother. Look what. Psalm 83 verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They want to erase us of the face of this earth. You understand? Okay? Now let us go to Daniel chapter 2. Daniel chapter 2. Because I'm going to prove to you where the Daniel chapter 2. Starting on verse 39. Hear me out so you understand, to prove to you once and for all that all of Europe are the descendants of the Edomites. They all came out of the Roman Empire. Here we go. Verse 39. And after thee shall arise another kingdom, inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. 40. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all this, shall it break in pieces and bruise. 41. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it of the strength of the iron. For as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. 42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. 43. And whereas thou sowest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of man, but they shall not cleave one to another. And even as iron is not mixed with clay. 44. And in the days of this king shall the God of heaven set up kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. You don't play with God. Plain and simple. He is the creator of all. I don't care if you believe in God or not. I don't blame you if you don't. With all the other religion in this world that have deceived the masses. In fact, all of the atheists came out of religions. So don't talk to me about religion. I did my research upon religion. I was baptized in many religions. I am a religionist. So I know the game. And I know who created it. Let us go to Revelation. Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, the Roman Catholic Church. 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. 3, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. The 7 heads are the 7 hills in Rome. The 10 horns represent authority, nations. The 10 nations are NATO, actually. The 10 nations of Europe. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. 5, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Ladies and gentlemen, that's who the Roman Catholic Church is. And all of the religions came. Yes, I'm sorry. Please, I'm not here because if I'm your friend, I gotta tell you the truth. Whether it hurts, whether it hurts. Okay? I'm sorry. Listen to me. Do your research. To my Islamic brothers out there, I love you all. But you was created by the Roman Catholic Church. Because the origin of the concept of the Islamic faith came out of the Persian methodology. Remember, and the 99 gods and all of that, and all the idolatry that was going on, and then your prophet Muhammad came and got rid of some idolatry and all of that, right? Remember that? Well, please do your research on how he was linked. He got linked to the Roman Catholic Church. I may say you are linked, but are you ready for the truth? Can you handle the truth? See, because once we are exposed to certain idea, and we grow up and we are raised upon these ideas, it's hard to break. Because once the devil take hold of us, he will not let go. We will die. We would rather die than to let go. So let me just tell you real quick what's happening. Going back again, because everything is interconnected. Everything is connected in human history. What has happened, the reason Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine was to bring about the digital dollar. America is going to have a little time where her economic power will raise. No wonder Joe Biden, dementia, he's not so dementia after all, huh? In fact, people are beginning to support him the way he's handling the nuclear threats. When he was the one that brought this whole thing could have been prevented. Just like the Afghanistan fiasco. Ladies and gentlemen, please, everything is a freaking lie. Your votes don't count. That should tell you everything right there. Your vote, do your research. Your votes don't count. Because if it did, then you should be ashamed of yourself for putting this thing in. So the new world order is about to come upon this planet. The Antichrist system is about to come. And he just started. Didn't I tell you that it was going to be in 2022? Oh, by the way, do not forget that it's going to be a one-world religion too. Jewish, Christian, and Islamic temple in Abu Dhabi this year. And it wouldn't surprise me if it be dedicated on June 6, 2022. Month 6 on June 6, 2022, which is another 6. 3 2s. The mark of the beast. It wouldn't surprise me. You've been warned. Y'all take care, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, I make this video out of love for you. I want you to understand how the dollar will be destroyed. Well, this is the beginning of the end. Enough of this. Enough of the jokes. Tricks are for kids. God bless.